So the intention of this talk was to come to the conference and learn a lot about GIS and then incorporate all that I'd learned into the talk. I, however, got hit by a virus somewhere during this session, so I've been in bed most of the time. As a consequence, I'll be making up everything regarding GIS. No, I will be able to tell you a lot, I think, about some of the things we do in computer graphics that that could interact well with GIS. But hopefully we'll finish early enough so that you might have your own suggestions about how GIS can benefit computer graphics. One of the things that you'll see from this opening slide that we have to face in computer graphics is that the human visual system consistently and constantly plays tricks on us. So there's nothing happening in this that's actually introducing curves into that checkerboard apart from the appearance of some white and gray crosses. So that is one way in which we are different, I think, but I just saw this impressive talk on crevasses in glaciers and recognized that there are other ways for things to become visible and invisible. But let me start by indicating perhaps how we might be similar, and then I'll talk about what we do in computer graphics and then pull it back together again, hopefully. So one of the things that is very clear is that computer graphics and GIS have used big data well before the term existed. We've constantly acquired and sensed data that we use and manipulate and so on. In computer graphics, but I think in many aspects of GIS, some of that data requires a lot of fast updates. And as a consequence, we need data structures that respond to quick updates of these things. The data is often at multiple scales. In many of the environments that we capture, reflectance functions and that sort of thing, we will certainly have scales that operate, on 3 or 4 orders of magnitude. Data set sizes are often much larger than all available local memory. So we have to figure out ways of going off somewhere else to get the data and try not to inconvenience the users very much. Our fields are highly interdisciplinary, they're highly visual, there's a multiplicity of data types, formats, representations. In both of our fields, there's almost inevitably a trade-off between what you can do in real time or interactively versus what has to be done offline. And in fact, one of the challenges as data gets bigger and bigger and as expectations grow higher and higher is to understand, in fact, how we can trade off and online computation to get the best of both worlds. So certainly we have, as a consequence of real-time versus offline computation, we sometimes have to relax our expectations and vary the quality.